fight's not over.
Stop the fight!
People.
Everybody, I come here for everybody. Kill everybody. I'm the champ. I'm the king. Kill everybody. Ah!
All right, guys, welcome back to Broke Bets. Here for our bets for Ankalaev versus Walker. Got my guy Carson with me. What's going on, man?
Yes, sir. I'm super excited to have fights back.
I've been itching like a crack addict. Let's just get right into it. So, Patreon is live, guys. So if you signed up, you know, you could be on there beating all this line movement. We got bets out early, and I got bets out for $297 that are on there right now, as well as fighter notes that I'm going to upload as well. So just pay attention for those. You'll get them there, man. Beat that line movement, get the notes early, get your bets in early. First bet, Joshua Van, minus 180. Felt like he floated to what, minus 250 now. It's line movement beat. I just crashed it for 1.5 units. I just feel like he's a lot better here. I think that's the majority opinion here of the cappers doing all this stuff too, is he's just going to be the better boxer, good fight IQ for his age. And Bunes, just I don't think it's all there yet. And Van, if he keeps his fight on the feet, which I think he does, takedown defense is held up, I think he just wins this one. Knockout rounds 2 or 3, marches him down. So what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, you sent this to me right away when the line dropped, and I placed this bet right away. Yeah, minus 180, now minus 260. And yeah, like you said, a lot younger fighter. He's got UFC experience in his last 2 fights. Bunes is, 34 now, and hasn't fought the best competition. Yeah, Van's got really good cardio and volume, so I think that's where he'll win it on the feet here. And yeah, second or third round finish or decision here.
To put this into reference too, if you placed this bet and you signed up for our Patreon, you would have got it would have made the money back. Patreon's $5 a month. If you place this at minus 260, you're not getting, you're getting like losing $10 of value there. So just think about that stuff. It's free money right there. So moving down, more free money. BetUS and BetOnline came out with their line for Tom Nolan versus Nicholas Mata at minus 125. And I just smashed it again. I wish I put more on it, because this line has just exploded now. It's like minus 280, which is, in my opinion, just way too high at this point. Realistically, it should be like the minus 200 plus or minus around that range, in my opinion, just because it is a little bit, it's a lightweight fight. But Nolan's pace in these fights just shows me that this fight's going to finish in under 1.5 rounds, and Mata has the power to put him away as well. So you're getting like a nice little double whammy there. They're in the small cage, and I just feel like this one's going to be violent from the start. And again, that's a shit ton of line movement beat right there. And you got this one too.
Yeah, I mean, minus 125, and now I'm looking at it right now, minus 285. So that's incredible. You completely
I'm the king.
Destroyed that.
It's on the Patreon. If you don't think it's real, it's on the Patreon.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Tom Nolan's going to be going in there hot with that pace. And then, Mota's been KO'd 4 times, and 3 in the first round, 1 in the second. And Mata, he's got 7 KOs in round 1. So they're going to be going at it from the get-go. And yeah, I see one getting finished early here.
Right on. Next one, Marcus McGee by finish. This guy is just super well-rounded. All of his fights have been won by finish. I feel like Gaston's takedown defense, grappling defense, all around in general is just not that great. McGee, I think he's just going to be able to work a submission here, if anything. I just like his opportunity to get this fight to the ground, where he's going to have a huge advantage. And on the feet, I still think he's better. So that finish is live there. Obviously, you're on the regional scene, you're finishing like not great opponents. I still don't feel like Balanos is amazing. He's been finished before by submission. So, yeah, I feel like this is a good line for Marcus McGee.
Yeah, McGee's a finisher. like you said, all wins by finish. We saw his journey Newsom won by submission, and yeah, he knocked Newsom down first, and then was able to find that submission. I could see that as well, getting this fight down on the mat, and should have a huge advantage on the mat here.
Right. Okay. Next, Waldo Cortez-Acosta by knockout. Andrei Arlovski, in my opinion, is just too old to be taking these shots at his age. And if you just think about this fight, like, Acosta hasn't been the greatest at putting away some of these cans, like Vandera and Chase Sherman and whoever, but he has hit them in the face a lot. If you go back and watch that Chase Sherman fight, he hit Chase Sherman like with 100 jabs, and I just don't think at this age in his run of form for Arlovski that he can take that damage. And it's also like a set him up and knock him down fight for Acosta. Your mentality in this one has to be like, I'm going to pulverize this dude. So hopefully he carries that in and just walks right through him. So I do think that, again, it's a very fair line at minus 180.
Yeah. Arlovski's last fight was against Dontel Mays, and Dontel Mays knocked him out. Yes, you heard that right. Dontel Mays
won by knockout.
Arlovski. Yes. So I think Acosta can do the same here. Arlovski at 44 years old now. Yeah, I just don't see that chin withholding at that age.
Yes, sir. All right. Going down, you got Jim Miller by finish.
Yes, I got Jim Miller by finish. Debating if I should just play the money line, but I waited for the finish prop. I just think, that's his path to victory is winning by finish. His last 8 wins are all by finish. His last decision win was in 2016. So if he's winning this fight, it's going to be by finish. So Benitez has been finished a ton. He's been KO'd 4 times, submitted twice. So yeah, I definitely see that as the main path to victory for Jim Miller here.
Yeah, I like that play. I didn't end up playing it. I think mostly what shittily happens is that you want Jim Miller by finish when he was like minus 110, and that line just got drugged down because his line keeps getting pulled. So that's unfortunate timing, but hopefully beat more line movement on something like that in the future. All right. And
yeah,
then,
I just see he's got a ton of motivation just to.
Oh, right. He's talking about UFC 300.
Yeah, he was talking about that this week during their press conferences. So, yeah, he's got a ton of motivation to get a finish here and be featured on that 300 card.
All right, and very true. Finally, parlay. Although we're trying to limit parlays in this year of 2024, I can't help myself. Where I see 2 decent legs, I'm gonna try to just limit it here in this year. But Basharat at minus 300, I just think that if Loughran's getting him down and being able to hold him down for 2 or 3 minutes, Basharat's gonna get him down for a whole round, possibly submit him. At the same time, he can do it round after round, and I think his striking is good enough to hang around. And then under 1.5 for Phil Hall's Bruno Ferreira. Like, I think that it's more crazy that the what's it called? The Mata Nolan line is like minus 280 for the under 1.5, and the Halls and Ferreira one isn't, because these two guys are, well, for one, Halls has no durability, and Ferreira's all of his wins are in the under 1.5 round marker, and Phil Halls himself, he has that potential to get a knockout. Ferreira coming off of a KO loss, so I think this has a ton of potential as a parlay, and I feel pretty safe still playing it. So, what do you think?
Yeah, I like it. Definitely see that Hawes and Ferreira ended in 1.5. I think Ferreira, all of his fights have ended in under 1.5, and Hawes has no chin. So, and then Basharat, yeah, he's probably a little juiced, but I still think he wins and he has a clear advantage on the mat, and I think that's where he'll take this fight.
Yeah, I like to bet behind these guys who have like a little bit more of a story as a prospect, and he's shown all the promise I can see, so I like it there.
And has good cardio too. He's shown he can go 15 minutes as well.
And then for the rest of the card, I know you got a bunch of line movement beat on a little sprinkle bet. We're not going to put sprinkle bets on the sheet, but you got Ankalaev by decision at a great number.
Yeah, I got Ankalaev by decision at plus 750. I've said it in the bets video or the breakdown video of the entire card. I mean, I just feel like they could
staring
Ankalaev
match.
could just. Yeah, it could be a staring match, and Ankalaev could just be getting top control and not finishing Walker. So,
right.
I wanted to see what that line was at, and I saw plus 750 in Bet US, and then looked at DK and FanDuel, and they were plus 550 and plus 450. So, I took a stab at that at plus 750.
Yeah, and then I'm trying to think what else I've been looking at. Gene Silva by KO is minus 200 on Bet US, and I'm assuming Bet Online as well. That just feels like for him to get a finish is minus 700. So I like it, but at the same time, I think that there's a chance that a submission could get pulled out by Gene Silva because Wilson is just a long-necked motherfucker and shit like that. Other than that, not really in love with the Ricky Simone fight or anything else here. I mean, Manel Kopp, he could be a good parlay piece for people, so yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Manel Kopp would be probably one of the better parlay pieces this week.
All right, well, thank you guys for listening. Of course, again, join the Patreon. I'm just going to keep on repeating it until you guys do it, because that's how things work. And other than that, those picks or the picks for UFC 297 might get those cocksuckers out or Saturday night. We'll see. We'll see what the timing comes out to. But yeah.
Yeah, already have bets on 297 on the Patreon.
Yes, and notes. Notes will be on there as well.
So yeah, should get that video out this weekend sometime.
All right, guys. Peace.
Peace.
I know. It doesn't matter from the trenches. I'm built like this. Don't doubt me, I couldn't do it.